My question is about the offense. We've talked all through camp about opening things up. Can you just explain how it might be different than it has been in your previous 2 years?
I mean, I don't think there's much of a difference. I think, it's something we've been talking about, but I don't see the game changing that much. I mean, the goal is always to win, and to win, you got to score goals. So I think it's just to keep going and trying to win games, and the offense will come.
We saw a lot of goals scored in the scrimmage. Was any of that free, loose, kind of almost shinny style of play a result of just feeling like you had more of a green light to go?
It's scrimmages I think are good for, getting the timing, breakouts and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's not game like. I doubt we'll see a lot of 7-5, 8-6 games this year. I think that the scrimmage is great, in some ways, and in some ways it's not necessarily realistic to the real game. But I think, there's some things that you have to walk away from and then say, let's try to bring that to the season.
Well, specifically as it pertains to feeling good about your offensive game, not just you individually, but everybody, does it help in that regard? Yeah,
Scoring goals is always fun, and especially since, we haven't really done it except in practices since the bubble. So definitely felt good to get out there. Obviously, you're not trying to, shoot on someone's foot, so it's a little different, like I said. But, to get out there and score goals, get 3-on-2s and score, the power play to score a goal. I know it's just a scrimmage, it's just practice, but it feels good. And like I said, hopefully I can carry over into the season.
Thanks.
All right. Next question goes to Aaron Portzline. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, PL. Hey, Pierre, in recent seasons, there's been a couple of times where you've, I don't want to say complained, but groused a little bit about the conservative style that this team has played or has had to play, especially last season. John Tortorella has said he wants to open it up a little bit this year. He wants players taking more risk and he'll allow more chances defensively. Is that something you're looking forward to? Is this sort of what you've been wanting or waiting for here the last year or so, a little more freedom offensively?
Like I said to the previous question, the goal is always to win, and you got to score goals to win. You can't always just bring it to a shootout. We play a hard to play against game here. We work hard. We play well defensively. Now it's, like Tort said, trying to create more offense, but while also, playing defense and being hard to play against. I think there's a balance there. That's the key to winning.
Okay. Do you feel like there are players on this team, yourself included, that could see maybe a different level of offensive execution than they have in the past? In other words, could there be some guys here with more skill than we've seen because of the system?
Yeah, I think so. I think, no system is necessarily perfect, but I think, the most perfect you can get is finding that balance between defense and offense. And we'll see as the season goes on, but, we have talent in here, and, you hear from the outside sometimes and you think that there's not much talent in this locker room, but there is. There's really good players. There's really good passers. There's really good guys that can score goals, really good puck moving defensemen. And I think that, hopefully this year people can start realizing it a bit more.
Thank you.
Okay, next question goes to Jeff Svoboda. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, PL. I guess I'll ask about the offense too, but I will ask it from the perspective. I remember a year ago, there were times that you played with Oliver, and it seemed like the two of you guys clicked and were really good at just keeping teams pinned in and really had some chemistry there. I think we saw some of that in the scrimmages as well. Is that a guy that you enjoy playing with, and do you think there is kind of something there between the two of you guys that you can really put together some pretty good shifts together?
Yeah, he's a really good player. One of my best friends on the team too, so that always helps. You can shoot the puck like not many guys in this league. He can pass the puck really well too. He's got good hands, smart. Kind of knows where to be at all times offensively. So he's definitely an offensive threat, and to be able to play with him is I think it's a good opportunity for for me. And Grigo also on the left wing is a really skilled player, really smart. Kind of has that mix of Oliver, and I think it's going to be a good line.
For you yourself, I mean, being a young player and you've learned a lot over the first, 3 seasons of the NHL, and sure you saw areas where you wanted to get better. What were those areas for you? What kind of areas of focus in the offseason for you coming into this year?
Just keep making plays. I think that last year, I was trying to keep taking a step in the right direction. I think in the playoffs I did, and I see the player I was in the playoffs, and I know I can be an even better player than that. Just playing freely out there, trying to make plays. I'm a guy that takes pride in doing the small things of the game, while all the details that not necessarily are up here on the stat sheet, but they count at the end of the day. So if I can do those that I've always done, and plus the detail, and plus just playing freely and making plays and having fun on the ice, I think that's a perfect combination.
Thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, PL, I just wanted to know, in the summer you guys had a short camp as well. This one was a short camp. These are not normal training camps. How did it go for you in camp? Did you get done what you wanted to do, and how prepared do you feel, heading into this season?
Yeah, it's a lot different because of the length of the camp. It's not 3 weeks and 6 exhibition games, and but I think every team in the NHL is in this position, and I think we're all ready in this locker room. We skated a good amount. I think cardio wise we're there. Our legs are there. I think every team's going to take maybe a little adjustment, but the goal is to it's just a period or a shift, and not necessarily 2 or 3 games, especially with the 56 game season. So I think we're all ready, and I know everybody's excited to start playing tonight.
All right. Next we'll go to Bruno Montpetit. Go ahead, Bruno.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Salut Pierre-Luc, ça va?
Ouais.
Pierre-Luc, avec tout ce qui se dit, parle-nous de ton niveau de concentration pour la saison, puis comment tu gardes ta tête bien sur le hockey, comment tu composes avec tout ça pour le match de ce soir et les matchs suivants?
Ouais, je suis un joueur de hockey. Notre job et notre passion, c'est le hockey. Fait que je pense que tout le monde, depuis la bulle, depuis qu'on est sorti de là, a hâte de jouer le premier match de la saison. C'est à soir, on a eu le camp d'entraînement qui n'a pas été aussi long que d'habitude. Mais on a fait les scrimmages, on s'est préparé du mieux qu'on peut. Mais je pense que tout le monde est juste excité de vraiment jouer un match qui va avoir un 2 points à la fin. Que c'est vraiment important. C'est pas un match de scrimmage intra-équipe où on essaie juste de se préparer. Fait que, comme j'ai dit, tout le monde est excité de commencer le match ce soir.
Pierre-Luc, tu parlais que tu fais, il y a beaucoup de choses aussi, pas juste la feuille de pointage, mais je sais que tu fais beaucoup de choses dans un match de hockey. Tu accordes beaucoup d'importance aux petits détails. Si tu nous parlais un peu de ça.
Ouais, je pense que depuis que je suis jeune, avoir un père en tant que coach, il m'a toujours dit le hockey, c'est pas juste marquer des buts, faire des passes. Il y a aussi avoir un bon bâton, un bon positionnement défensivement, bien supporter, parler sur la glace, aider tes alliés en tant que centre, tes défenseurs. Je pense que c'est une partie de ma game que je m'améliore de plus en plus, qui est très important pour moi. Comme j'ai dit, dans les séries, j'essaie de faire ça, mais aussi de me laisser aller offensivement, de juste avoir du fun sur la glace. Je pense que quand tu amènes ces deux pensées-là dans un match, ça va bien aller.
Thank you, PL. Thank you very much, Glenn.
No problem. All right. Thanks, PL.